It's that time of the year again where we harvest one of the most delicious crops that you can make the best drinks, ice cream, and tarts, jams out of sorrel. Let's get to it. Hello everyone, thank you all so much for joining in. Happy belated Christmas. This video is going to be coming out 2 days after Christmas if my calculations are correct. And I'm just happy that you all are here, that you made it for this one. And I'm happy as well that you all are going to join me for the first time that we're picking sorrel from the Trinidad's garden. Now, I don't make the sorrel myself. That is the job for Mrs. the Trini gardener. But I do like to pick it. And of course, I do grow it in the garden. And I think everybody needs to be growing sorrel. It's amazing in a bigger sense because a lot of the gardeners that are on YouTube, they live in temperate countries, so the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, and they don't have the, well, probably Australia, but in the most of the northern hemisphere, you're not going to find anybody in the garden right now because it's just too cold to be in the garden and nothing is growing. So we need to be very, very grateful in Trinidad that we have this type of year-long summer where we can grow crops that are going to be amazing and refreshing and make our lives a lot better, and also can be such a massive part of our culture because fresh sorrel is a huge part of Trinidadian culture. For anybody who's not from Trinidad, we love it very, very much, to the extent that a lot of people think that you can grow sorrel only around Christmas time because it's so associated with the Christmas holidays. But sorrel, you can grow it year round if you live in a country that has temperature like Trinidad, so like in India, South Africa, maybe less South Africa, more India, Indonesia, a lot of countries that are around the equator as well, like Trinidad, where you have summer more or less year round and you have enough sunlight. Sorrel, as per my growing guide, which I'll put a link for up here, it does need at least 6 hours of sunlight, direct sunlight, for it to grow, and temperatures of around 30 degrees Celsius, for the most part of the day. If it doesn't get as much sunlight, it's not going to do very well. But I normally even push it further than that to have maybe 8, 9, 10 hours of sunlight, which is possible in Trinidad. A little bit less possible around the Christmas season when the days are a little bit shorter, but still, you can still get direct sunlight, at least 8 hours for sure, once you have no big set of structure that is stopping your sorrel. But I mean, of course, with the full grain guide on sorrel in container as well, you can just click on the link up here, and let's get straight into harvesting some sorrel. Now, this doesn't look very much like a sorrel tree because it's just overtaken by the same. As I told you all in my sort of a two-sister garden video, the same in my garden, I allowed it to grow up on the sorrel tree, and it's pretty much taken over the sorrel tree. So the entire tree, if you look from above, it is just same leaves that you're seeing, which is just a bean. It's a pretty tasty bean. This one is probably a little bit mature. Oh no, it's nice and soft. It's a really nice bean. You can eat the pods. The entire thing, you normally, you steam it, you curry it, you fry it. Really big vegetable in Trinidad. Not a huge fan of it, to be honest, but my parents are, as well as Mrs. Trini gardener, so I don't really have a problem growing it. It's just that like I won't really eat too much of it, but it is taking over my sorrel plant, and I'm just going to be picking out the sorrel, and then I will keep a sorrel harvest video for the next time that I do a harvest video in the garden, or maybe I'll just probably put it on TikTok. In any case, feel free to follow on TikTok where I do a lot of the harvest, and we're going to get continuing with the harvest of the sorrel today. Now, to harvest your sorrel, there's a few ways that you can go about doing it in terms of getting the pods off of the tree. My method right now is just going to be pulling it off. You can do that. This does not always work out, so maybe you can try getting a garden shears, or maybe even using a scissors to get the sorrel out of the tree. In any case, you want to be careful not to hurt yourself. Don't be a hero. And this is just a little view of what this sorrel looks like when it's ready. All right, so let me show you one that's not ready right now. The sorrel goes through a few different stages. It normally will start off very, very tiny. Let me see if I can find a tiny one. Yeah, okay, up. It will start off very tiny. So you see this here, right? Very small. And then this is going to produce a flower, right? Once it produces the flower, that's when it's mature, and it will end up with something like this. So you see the difference between them? right? And the seed inside, there's a seed inside here, this one, right? This seed will become a bit more visible when it's ready, when it's mature. So when it's like this, don't pick it. You probably could, at the very, you know, if you live somewhere where you're worried that winter is going to come in and destroy your sorrel harvest, then, you know, pick it and probably use it. You can probably make, you know, make jam or use it just like we would in any kind of garden, in any kind of kitchen. But I would say if you're able to, and of course check your climate before you try growing something like this. Wait for it to get mature. That's going to be a best bet when it comes to harvesting your sorrel. So I'm going to get my basket, which I don't know where my basket is, and we're going to get to harvesting some sorrel. Okay, so I got my basket ready to go. Remember, as I said, use a shears, a garden shears, or use a scissors if you're not comfortable with taking it off with your hands, because it can be kind of tough. Don't be a hero unnecessarily. Oh. And a good thing, you know what, I'm going to get a garden shear, because look at what I'm doing, right? This is something important when you're harvesting. If you find that you're putting too much, you're having to put too much of force to get the fruit off of the tree, this is going to end up hurting the tree in the long run. So this is now going to allow me a good second harvest. So I'm going to get a scissors or a garden shears, because yes, I could yank it out, but if I'm damaging the tree like this, then it's not a good idea, because I'll get the, you know, you'll get the first harvest, but you want to make it so that you get a consecutive harvest, right? Once you treat the tree correctly. And this is not treating the tree correctly if I'm taking off leaves and taking off pieces of the branch. So this one was a bit tougher to come out than this one here. So that's why I thought I could have just used my hands, but it's not coming off very easily. So I'm going to be using a garden shears. Let me just see if I can find it. And just one thing is that this is the black sorrel, right? So that doesn't mean it's literally black. It's just really, really dark red. And this is the one that I prefer. I find that it's a lot stronger than the one that just looks pure red. I mean, darker the berry, sweeter the juice, right? So yeah, this is the one that I prefer to have in the garden. Let me get my garden shears. You would have thought I would have been more prepared, but I wasn't. You can't find my garden shears, so I'm just going to be using a scissors that I found downstairs in my kit. So you see, this is going to be a lot safer for the tree. Okay, just nipping it off. Some of these buds, I should probably leave them to get a bit bigger. So I think I'll be doing that and just taking off the bigger ones. You see, so you have to lift the same off, and then you reveal the sorrel underneath. So the same has just been doing whatever it wants, and I've been encouraging it, not stopping it. There we go. This is definitely the more fun time in the garden itself. You know, if I had my shears, I wouldn't be having so many difficulties getting these bigger pods off, because the stems do get fairly thick. And that's one of the things I like about the black sorrel, is that you get massive, nice pods. Not that you can't get it with the red sorrel, it's just, I don't know, I just really like this one. It's just a lot, I find it more potent when it comes to making your juice and well, whatever you call it, your sorrel drink. Let me just show you what the basket looks like already. Like, to be honest, you don't actually need a lot of sorrel to get a sorrel drink going on. Like, if you have a small family, like, of course this is not going to get you for your entire family, but this is definitely enough sorrel for one person. Definitely enough for at least 2 or 3 people could get from this. So it's because as well the black sorrel is so potent. So you just well, you all have your recipes, I'm sure, for making sorrel. I'm not going to and I'm also not the best at making the sorrel drink, but it's not very complicated. As far as I know, you just boil the sorrel, and you add your sweetener. And sorrel doesn't just have to be for juice, right? You can use your sorrel to make jam, to make jelly, all of that. You just may need to get a bit more in terms of your quantity, but you should be good. I'm going to take you all to the other side of the tree, because there's no way I'm going to keep you all for the entire time making sorrel. Here, you see this one is a bit smaller, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave this one, and okay, there's some on the side here. It's kind of also hard to navigate the tree because of the seam, and that is of course my fault. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to get the second harvest, because there's just so many pods that aren't 100% ready to go just yet. Some of these are a little bit younger, so So like I could just take it off with my hand, but I'm just going to leave them and just go for the bigger pods. Like over here I have some pretty big pods. Some are coming off easier than the others. And sorrel is as well, like when you're picking sorrel, like I find that you don't get so much of a, see this is a stink bug over here, you want to get rid of that. I find like you don't really smell the sorrel very much, but if you look at the ink, like the juice of the sorrel, you can see how purple and red that is, very rich, huh? And that is what is going to give you your flavored drink. So, and I mean, not just drinks, as I said, jam, sorrel ice cream, I think would be a good idea. I haven't had it yet, but I think it's just a matter of time for some entrepreneur to come and say that they made some sorrel ice cream, and hopefully somebody who is going to make sorrel ice cream is going to contact me on the channel and give me some sorrel ice cream. I'll be really happy to try out your sorrel ice cream. I'm sure that it's happening in places that I maybe don't know about, but it definitely is something that we should look into in Trinidad on a bigger scale. Look at the size. Look at the size of this pod. Like I would say these are big pods, but this one is just massive. So happy with this. And you use everything here. I think in my initial video I was supposed to correct myself. In my initial video I had said that you take off these bits and then you just use what's over here, but no, like my mom was correcting me that you use everything. Use everything except the seed. The seed is the only thing that you don't use for your sorrel drink, but everything else has the potent red good stuff that's going to get you your sorrel drink. Okay, let me get some more. Up. Okay, so let me take you all to the other side of the tree, and this is what we look like so far. Not even 2 minutes, and we have a not fully full but a sort of basket of sorrel. Amazing. So this is the other side of the sorrel tree over here. As I mentioned in one of the videos that I had done, I think about the Two Sister Garden or something like that, I had mentioned that I had some difficulties with the other sorrel trees that I planted. There was some disease just going around and they were just like drying out and dying. So this is the one sorrel tree that like didn't disappoint me, and like I think it's like 5 or 6 trees that I lost, but this one sorrel tree produced so much sorrel that I'm not even worried at all about it, because to begin with I don't actually drink very much of sorrel. It just would have been nice to have some extra to give away and that kind of thing, but at least for me and the family this is, you know, more than enough like sorrel to grow. So there's like some sorrel over here that I've been kind of neglecting, like it's even growing on the ground over here. These have started to kind of wilt, so this branch I think I'm just gonna be a bit more rough with it. Also use these scissors. Right, so the pods itself like still is kind of, it's good. It's just, it was starting to wilt, so, but it's good. It doesn't feel like it's falling apart or anything like that. Like you can see this entire branch. So there's just so much sorrel just on this branch alone, is just weighing down. Branch is gone, and like you can see the issues that we're having with the same. So like there's a bunch of same over here, and then there's like sorrel over here. So it's a bit of a trip to try to get around the same, try not to hurt the same while getting the sorrel. It's a bit tricky, but you know, where there's a will, there's a way. Up, there we go. And yeah. Up. You can also see the condition of my scissors. It's just going red and purple because of the sorrel. This is what we look like so far, and this is why I think I'm just going to stop, because I think this is more than enough, at least for right now, for the use of right now. Let's look for any other big pods and just harvest that out when I get a chance to harvest the rest. Alright, so this is what the sorrel harvest look like. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing me harvest some of this sorrel in this basket here. Again, I wish you all a belated Merry Christmas and all the best for 2023. You all have been amazing on the channel, and I just appreciate you all just being on the channel, and I appreciate you all sharing the information and getting up and getting growing, doing the things that, you know, we all love, which is gardening, and gardening organically, gardening in a way that is self-sustainable. Remember that if you know somebody who would be interested in growing more healthy food in 2023, then feel free to share the channel, share this video, share the channel with them, and let's help them out, and let's all continue growing in our gardens. Remember that you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook to see more content coming to Trinidad's Garden, and feel free to tag us on any of those platforms. We'll be really happy to see what you all are getting up to. Are you all harvesting sorrel? Are you making sorrel? Have you got some tips for how to make some really good sorrel? I'd be really happy to know. Remember, as always, this has been Dylan from the Trinidad channel reminding you to get up and get growing. Take care.